Hello, kindergarten artists. I am really excited about today's project. Even though we are doing art, we are going to be using so many of the things that you have been learning this year. This project has letters, this project has colors, this project has lines and rectangles, and most importantly, this project has you. I just know that if you try hard and have fun, your art project will be wonderful. We will probably make some mistakes today, but that's okay. It's okay if art is a little messy, right? So here is a picture of what we are going to create. Isn't it so colorful? Do you see how each letter has its own rectangle and how each rectangle's color has a different color from the rectangles next to it? Pretty neat, don't you think? You can probably imagine that this project has a lot of steps, so let's definitely put on our listening ears. Let's get started by getting our workspace ready. Inside your art kit is a brown piece of paper. Let's unfold it and place it on your table so that we can keep your table clean. Next, take out the piece of white watercolor paper. The paper is pretty thick and is kind of textured, meaning it has little bumps or ridges or indentations on it. You will also need what's called a straight edge. This could be a ruler or another piece of paper from your art kit. It helps you when you are trying to make straight lines. I'm going to use this piece of paper from my art kit as my straight edge. Then find a nice sharp pencil. First things first, let's make sure we write our names on our projects. So using your pencil, neatly write your name on your paper and then turn your paper over. Hey kiddos, quick question. How many letters are in our alphabet? Should we sing the song and count?
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Sing, sing, I can sing, 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 I can sing, 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 I can sing, A, B, C.
How many are there? Did somebody say 26? Well done! We have 26 letters in our alphabet. So, if we are going to have a rectangle for each letter, we need to make 26 rectangles on our paper. This may be the most challenging part of our project, but I want you to try to do most of this on your own. It's okay to pause the video so that you can take your time. If you need help, please raise your hand. Let's start by putting our paper in portrait position. This means that it is taller than it is wider. And using our pencils, let's divide our paper into a top and bottom half. I'm going to draw a little mark here on the left side where I think the middle is. I'll do the same on the right. Now I'm going to line up my straight edge connecting those two marks. Now does that line look straight? Not really, huh? Maybe if I lower this side a little, it'll be straight. That looks better, doesn't it? So keeping my straight edge there, I will lightly draw a line across the paper. You do the same. Pause the video if you need more time. Do you have a line on your paper that divides your paper into a top and bottom half? Well done! Now find the middle of your top half. Mine is about here, so I'll draw a little mark here on this left side, and I'll do the same over here on the right side. Once again, I'll use my straight edge to connect those marks. Does my line look straight? Yep, pretty good. Again, I'll lightly trace along the edge of my straight edge to draw another line across my paper. You do the same. Pause the video if you need more time. Let's do that one more time for the bottom half. Mark your paper halfway between this middle line and the bottom of your paper. Mark it on both sides and use your straight edge to draw a line across the paper. Pause the video if you need time, okay? Does your paper look like this? Is it divided into 4 rows? Super! These 4 rows will be the rows for our alphabet. Now our top row needs to have 6 letters: A, B, C, D, E, and F. So we need 6 spaces or 6 rectangles in our top row. We're going to do this using your fingers to help divide up the paper. So hold up 3 fingers on each hand like I am and place them on your paper in this top row. Now spread out your fingers so that they are spread out evenly. Don't have them right on one of the edges though. Look at mine. See how they're kind of spaced evenly across the whole paper? Now leave one hand on the paper, grab your pencil with your other hand, and make 3 little marks in between your fingers like this. 1, 2, 3. Keep those fingers there for a second. Are you done? Now put your pencil down and place your other 3 fingers back on the paper, just like this. Then grab your pencil with your other hand and make 2 more marks between the fingers. You should have 5 little marks. Pause the video if you need more time. Now, using your straight edge if you want to, at each of the 5 marks, lightly draw a line from the top of the paper to the line of this first row. It's okay if you have to erase. This is why we draw lightly with our pencils, because it makes it easier to erase. This should give you 6 rectangular spaces up here in your top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice! Pause the video if you need more time. Do you have 6 spaces on your top row? Nice work! Our bottom row also needs to have 6 letters: U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So let's do the same thing for our bottom row. Hold up 3 fingers on each hand and place them on your paper in the bottom row. Now spread out your fingers so that they are spread out evenly. Don't have them right on the edge though, remember? Look at mine. Now leave one hand on the paper and use your other hand to make 3 little marks in between your fingers like this. 1, 2, 3. Keep those fingers there for a second. Put your pencil down and place your other 3 fingers back on the paper. Then grab your pencil with your other hand and make 2 marks between the fingers. Pause the video if you need more time. You should have 5 little marks. Now use your straight edge if you want to, but with your pencil at each of the 5 marks, draw a line from this line to the bottom of the paper. Pause the video if you need more time. Do you have 6 spaces on your bottom row? Holy smokes, you guys listened so well! Our 2 middle rows need 7 spaces. Since they are next to each other, we can do them together. This time I want you to hold up 4 fingers on one hand and 3 on the other. That makes 7, right? Put those fingers down right here on the middle line. Now spread out your fingers so that they are spread out evenly. Remember, we don't want them right on the edge. We want them evenly across the paper though, right? Look at mine. Now leave the hand with 4 fingers up on the paper and use your other hand to make 4 little marks in between your fingers like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those fingers there for a second and put down your pencil and place your hand with the 3 fingers back on the paper. Pick up your pencil with your other hand and make 2 marks between those fingers, just like me. Pause the video if you need more time. Are you ready? You should have 6 little marks. Now using your straight edge if you want to, at each of the 6 marks, lightly draw a line from this line down to this line. Watch me. This should give you 7 rectangular spaces in both of your middle rows. Erase if you need to, and pause the video. I'll wait. Well done! I'll be honest, kiddos, that was the most boring part of the project. Ugh! But I have good news. Now it's time for some alphabet and color fun. But first, let's put away your pencil and straight edge. If you use something out of your art kit as a straight edge, make sure it is put back into your art kit. Inside of your art kit is a plastic baggie of oil pastels. These are kind of like fancy crayons. Each space on your paper is for 1 letter of the alphabet. Let's look at our example again. See how the letters fill their space and how the other letters around them are drawn with a different color? We don't want our letters to be small, and we don't want them to be all the same color, right? We are going to use our oil pastels and write our letters. Now sometimes oil pastels get a little dirty. All you have to do is take a paper towel and gently clean them. If you need to peel some paper back, go ahead. Now pick your first color and let's draw the letter A together. I'm going to pick green, but you choose whatever color you want to. I'm going to draw my A from the top of its rectangle down to the bottom. Go ahead and press hard. You can even trace over it a few times so that there isn't a lot of the paper showing through. Pause the video if you need more time. All done with your A? Super! Now let's pick a different color and draw our B. I'm going to use orange, but you choose whatever color you want. Filling the whole rectangle, I'm drawing my B. I'm going to retrace it a few times so that there is a lot of color on the letter. Ready for C? Pick a different color and draw your C from the top of the rectangle to the bottom. Ready to give me a D? Pick a new color. I'm going to pick white. White will be hard to see now, but when we paint it, it will really show up. You go ahead and do E and F on your own. Remember, pick a different color from the one you just used and draw your letters from the top of their rectangle to the bottom of their rectangle. Once you're done with F, let's wait for all of your friends to be done. Pause the video. I'll wait. Are you ready for the G row? Now for this next row, you'll need to pick your color so that it doesn't match the one above it or next to it. I wrote my A in green, so I don't want to pick green for my G. I'll choose pink to draw my G. Remember to press kind of hard, and it's okay to trace over it a few times. Ready for H? Let's look at the color of my B and my G. So for H, I don't want to pick orange or pink, right? I'll pick blue. I'll draw my H from the top of its rectangle to the bottom. I'll retrace it a few times, and I'm done. There! Do you think you've got the hang of it? I'm going to work on the rest of my letters. You do the same, okay? If you need help, raise your hand and your teacher will come over. Remember, choose different colors and draw your letters so that they can fill the space. I'll do mine in supersonic speed mode so you can see what I mean. Then you can do yours. Pause the video and I'll wait. All finished? Have you drawn all 26 letters? Fantastic effort, everybody. I can't see you, but I'm sure you were working hard. Now, friends, do you know what the word enclosed means? It means surrounded or closed off on all sides. Some of our letters have enclosed spaces, and we are going to color in those enclosed spaces. Let's start with the letter A. See how there is this triangle here that is completely surrounded by the lines of the letter? That means it is enclosed. Let's pick a different color from the letter A and color that triangle in. Remember to press hard. My A is green, so I'm going to pick blue. All done? If not, pause the video. Let's move on to the letter B. Does it have any enclosed spaces? It sure does, 2 of them in fact. Let's color those a different color from the lines of your B. My B is orange, so I'll choose purple. Pause the video if you need more time. What about C? Does it have any enclosed spaces? Nope, no enclosed spaces. We can skip C. How about D? Yep, let's color that one in. Remember to press hard and use a different color than you used for the lines of the letter D. Okay, class, are you ready to go on a hunt for our next enclosed space? Any in E? Nope. Any in F? Nope. What about G or H? Nope and nope. I, J, or K? Nope. L or M? Nope and nope. What about N? Nope again. O. O has an enclosed space. So does P, Q, and R. Jackpot! Let's color in the enclosed spaces for O, P, Q, and R. Use different colors. Make it colorful. Even white if you want to. I'll do mine again in supersonic speed. Then you can do yours. Pause the video and I'll wait for you to finish. Nice coloring, everybody. Did you press hard? Did you pick fun colors? Wonderful. Now I'm going to give you a little hint here. Other art teachers, the boring ones anyway, would probably walk you through the rest of the alphabet looking for enclosed spaces. I'm just going to let you in on the secret that there aren't any more enclosed spaces. Besides, I can tell that you are ready to paint, so let's skip the rest of the hunt and get to painting. But before we do, let's put those oil pastels back into the baggie and back into your art kit. Are they all put away? Great. Now, take out your watercolor kit from your art kit, and with your teacher's permission, take out your cup and fill it with water at your sink. Pause the video and I'll wait for you all to get your supplies. Now, watercolors can be kind of tricky. If you use too much water, the colors will be pretty light, and if you try and paint a new color next to a super wet color, the colors will run together. This means that we are going to use just a little bit of water at a time, and we are going to paint our letters boxes in a specific order so that the colors don't mix together. Let's look at our example again. See how the rectangle of each color is painted a different color from the rectangles that surround it? We are going to do the same. We are going to paint A first. Go ahead and pick your color. It may be different from mine. I'm going to pick red. I'll dip my brush in the water and little by little make the watercolor paint wet. Remember, the more water you use, the lighter the color will get. I want my red to be pretty dark, so I'm going to add a little water at a time. I can test my color right here on my project. Okay, so my A rectangle is all painted. Is yours? If not, pause the video and I'll wait. Now, so that I don't mix colors, I will rinse my brush really well and I'll start painting C. We will skip B and paint C. That way our colors won't mix together. Awesome! Rinse your brush and then let's paint E. Skip D and paint E. I'm going to paint my E purple. Do you remember which colors you mixed together to make purple? Yes, red and blue. Or I can just use the purple right here. Pause the video if you need more time. How did that go? Nice! Now let's go down to our bottom row and use the same steps for the letter V, X, and Z. Start with V and paint it any color you'd like to. Pick a color that isn't the same as the letter though. When you are done, paint X. When you're finished with X, paint Z. Pause the video and I'll wait. Now let's go up to our row that starts with the letter G. We are going to skip G and paint H's box. Go on ahead. If your paint is getting pretty wet and you don't want to add water after rinsing, simply slide it along the top of the cup to push out some of the water, or use a paper towel. When you're done with H, paint J and L. Remember to rinse your brush between each color. I'm going to paint my L pink. To do that, I add a little more water to red. The white of the paper will help it look pinkish. Your turn. Remember, we're painting H, J, and L. Pause the video and I'll wait. Next, we will go down to the row with the letter N. Go ahead and paint N, P, R, and T. Pick colors that are different than the letter colors and different from its neighboring boxes. Watch me in supersonic speed. Pause the video and I'll wait. Are you all done? Fantastic. I can't see your projects, but I am sure they are looking spectacular. Now we need to fill in the rest of the boxes. We'll start on our top rows. Now this is where it is important to make sure that two boxes that share a side don't have the same color. Let's look at my B box. There is red next to it for the A box, green next to it for the C box, and yellow on the bottom of it for the H box. So I need to pick a color that is different than red, green, or yellow. Did I hear somebody say blue? I can't really hear, but I'm sure somebody said blue, right? Yes, I can paint my B rectangle blue. Now look at the colors that surround your rectangle that has the letter B and paint your B rectangle something different. Pause the video and I'll wait. Are you ready? All done? Right on. Now let's paint D. My D box has green and blue next to it, so I need to pick something different. How about orange? You pick a color that works for your D. When you are done with your D, pick a color and paint the rectangle with the letter F. Pause the video and I'll wait. So is your whole top row painted? Good listening, friends. Let's use the same steps and work on our bottom row. Pick good colors and rinse your brush really well. We are going to paint U, W, and Y. I'll do mine, then you do yours. Pause the video and I'll wait. Wonderful painting, everybody. Let's go up to the row that starts with G and finish that row. Here I go. Your turn. Pause the video and I'll wait. Last row, everyone, the row that starts with N. Watch me if you want to, or you can start on yours. Pause the video and I'll wait. Wow, what a colorful piece of alphabet art. With your teacher's permission, go and place your project on the rack to dry. Then come back and clean up your workspace. Pour your water in the sink and rinse out your brush. Put your brush back into the watercolor case and put both of them back into your art kit. Finally, fold up your brown piece of paper and put it back into your art kit as well. And that's it. I hope you had fun. Bye.